All right, all right, all right. What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is the review stroke player ratings portion of our video. And weirdly, your watch along has literally just popped up on my suggested items. How weird. Anyway, joining me is my partner in crime as always, Lee. Say hello to the people, Lee.
Good evening. Well, it was a good evening until Arsenal decided to ruin it again. They're making a habit of this, aren't they? Ruining our weekends. You get all hyped for the game. You think of a positive. You think of ways to beat the team you're playing, and they let you down again. And it weren't great to watch, was it? And let's be real, we probably got out of jail in the end with a draw. So we didn't really create anything, did we?
Yeah, we didn't do enough to win the game, and I think that to me is probably the most disappointing aspect, because even when you see that first 11, actually no, I don't actually think that first 11 is good enough to beat Burnley away from home. Nope. But you hope that we are. There was once upon a time where that would have been the case, but we are so far removed from those days. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, it is what it is. Big up to everyone in the chat. Please do stick a like on this video. As I always bang on and say, that is what gets other people alerted to the fact I start. Because apparently YouTube alerts don't work. So the next best thing is you lot putting likes on the video. It lets people notice that I'm going live, and it goes up the algorithm. So please make sure you stick a like on this video. Let's get your kind of sum up of the game before we kind of do what we do and go into the player ratings. In terms of the game itself, how do you feel like the whole thing played out?
First 10 minutes, I thought we started all right. You know, I was peed off with the starting 11. You know, Lacazette, it is exactly 1 year ago today he scored his last away goal. Yeah, that was against Huddersfield in a 2-1 win. 1 year ago today. Today's the 2nd of February, it is, yeah. 1 year ago today was the last time Lacazette scored an away goal. That's unbelievable. That's nice. Unbelievable, bro. Yeah, and we're persisting with playing him up front. So I was a bit peed off he started. I thought the midfield was weak. You know, you've gone with the 3 weakest midfielders in terms of physicality that you could put in a midfield that we have at the club. So I wasn't too happy with that midfield. People have said to me, oh, but Torreira was injured. He was injured. Well, we weren't, because he was sat on the bench and he came on in the second half at half time. So he weren't that injured, was he? So why did he not start? Mustafi, I thought was man of the match. Yeah, I thought, I know they gave it to Leno in the end, but I thought Mustafi was all right. I thought he'd done really well today. And not many people will admit that because it's Squadron Mustafi. But
Sure.
But how the game went, first 10 minutes, I thought Saka was whipping some nice balls into the box. It was corner FC, wasn't it? And we didn't really, other than the Aubameyang chance, which was a great pass from David Luiz, by the way. Apart from that one-on-one where I don't even know what he was doing, mate. Yeah, he just spooned it. 2 years ago today was the last time Ozil got an away assist. Jesus Christ.
Mad, isn't it? That is mad.
Best number 10. He's better than Zidane, lads. He's better than Zidane. But yeah, I don't know what Aubameyang was doing with that chance, because, mate, he didn't look like he was on it today. And you would have thought after having a rest for a couple of weeks and missing 3 games, he'd be coming back fighting fit, ready to go. But he didn't.
Yeah, looking fresh and stuff.
You had Martinelli playing on the right wing for some unknown reason when you've got a right winger sat on the bench. Don't get that one. I don't get why Pepe never came on when you're trying to get a goal. I don't get how Lacazette stayed on for 87 minutes. Other than that, the back line, cool. I was happy with the back line. February the 2nd it was a year ago today. But yeah, the back line and the goalkeeper, I think that pretty much picked itself, other than people might argue you could have put Socrates in. I weren't too disappointed with Mustafi there. You know, I would have rather have Socrates in, but how it panned out, Mustafi actually done all right. And I thought he was man of the match, like I said. But then when you look in the midfield, you've got Guendouzi, Xhaka, and Mesut Ozil as a 3. You're getting ploughed through by everyone, mate. Not just Burnley, who are the most physical team that we're going to come up against between now and the end of the season. Yeah. And listen, don't get me wrong, they played decent football, Burnley. And second half, we were hanging on at times, mate. They hit the bar. Goal line technology ruled that out, and it weren't a goal. But another couple of, or not even a couple of inches, another couple of millimeters, and that would have been a goal, mate. Yeah. And in the end, we didn't deserve to win the game, and we didn't win the game. And when you're having 2 shots on target and they're having more shots than you, what's changed? We've had 20 shots on target in 7 league games under Arteta. That is less than 3 shots on target a game. It's no wonder we're not winning games, mate. And there's something fundamentally wrong with the setup of that team. And for me, the problem with that team is you are shoehorning players in that shouldn't be playing in that team and accommodating them, whilst putting the better players in the wrong positions to accommodate them players that shouldn't be playing. And until he addresses that, we're going to carry on with these results. It's as simple as that. Aubameyang needs to start up front.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I'd actually give Emre over Arteta is that at least you felt like sometimes with Emre that he was capable of dropping certain players if necessary. I actually think like Arteta is almost so loyal to these players that I don't think he could. Could you see him dropping Mesut Ozil for Newcastle? I can't.
No, he ain't dropping Laka either. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I said this in my preview, Chig. Yeah, I picked my 1 to 11, and then somebody asked me. I think it was Dante asked me what Arteta would do. I said, "Oh, he's blatantly starting Ozil and Lacazette. It's obvious." And I now know that after 6 league games before today that he was going to do that. I sussed him already, mate. Trust me. And until he drops some of them, we're always going to get the same results. But like I said on my watch along, yeah. Well, thanks for coming on that again, mate. But I said on that people will continue with this fake positivity because it's Mikel Arteta. I see through that bullshit. And
I have noticed that there are certain Twitter accounts, and I'm going to leave it to you guys to think who those certain people are. That when Emre had a better start actually than Mikel Arteta, there were doubts over him. Exactly. But now Arteta's in charge. I read one today saying, "Oh well, you know, at least it's not a loss; it's another draw."
No, mate, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. I see through that rubbish, mate. I see through all of that rubbish. Yeah, there's big accounts that were on Emre's case when we were going 22 unbeaten. Yeah. Oh yeah, but we're scraping through games. We're lucky in games. We're this. We're that.
I'd rather be scraping through games.
What is his philosophy? What is his style? Well, can somebody tell me what that style was today? Can somebody tell me? Because what did we do? What did we actually do? What was the game plan today? You know, and it's not the first game. I said it against Bournemouth as well, mate. We had 2 shots on target against Bournemouth when we drew 1-1 in the league. Arteta's first game, yeah? The first shot that we had on target came in the 75th minute and Aubameyang scored. The second shot on target came in the 94th minute, Joe Willock, right? Since then, we have had 18 shots on target in 6 games. So 20 shots on target in 7 league games. That is worse than we were doing under a manager that these people wanted out on 22 unbeaten run. Yeah, but now, because it's Arteta, you're not allowed to cuss him. Oh, no, how dare you cuss him? You're not Arsenal if you cuss him, yeah, or show doubts in his team selection. You're fake. Yeah, the only fake are these people sitting online pandering to their thousands of followers, pretending that they're backing Arteta just so they don't upset people. Yeah, I see through all of them, man. Yeah, I know which ones they are. And trust me, if it does go wonky, they're all getting called out. Every single one of them, because my tweet when I put out there, I'm not backing Arteta, I don't want him as manager. The amount of abuse I've had on that, every single one of them tweets that I've got replied to, I'm retweeting every one of them when they start spinning. Yeah, because they will spin, because until he does what's required, which he won't, yeah, my opinion, he ain't dropping Ozil for Newcastle, he ain't dropping Laka, he ain't selling them in the summer. He's begged Xhaka to stay. He didn't want to sell Ozil the other day to Qatar. Why? Why we do it? In fact,
he feels like Mustafi has a future at the club. It's like, bro, what are you doing right now?
Exactly.
Not only anyone.
The worst one, Chig. Eddie Nketiah had a chance to go on loan to 4 clubs. One of them being Aston Villa, by the way. Villa, Nottingham Forest, Bristol City, and Sheffield Wednesday all wanted him on loan. He begged him to stay. He then played him the other night against Bournemouth. He scored. Why did he drop him today then? Exactly. Why did he get 3 minutes today? He could have played 90 minutes at the weekend for one of them 4 teams. Do you know what I'm saying? And these little things, for me, will build up and build up and build up to the point where he will eventually give himself enough rope. Yeah, because I've seen it already. Yeah, I see it before it even happened, mate. And people won't get on his case because it's Arteta. I'm not on his case. But what I am saying is I'm doing exactly what people were doing under Unai Emery when he first came in. I am highlighting the flaws that I think he has at the moment, which is exactly what these positive pollies were doing under Unai Emery. But because it was Unai Emery, he had no affiliation to Arsenal Football Club, he was allowed to be a target. But because Arteta was the captain when we ended our trophy drought, we have to give him a pass. No, we've won 1 in 7. Guess what? Emery never went 1 in 7.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, and that's the thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not suddenly an Emery out here, but it is true when you really take stock of it. And this one person, I'll tell you offline who it is because they are a friend of the show. But I looked at their account and I'm like, really, like you were writing Emery off from early, and then after this 1 in 7, you're gonna say, oh well, you know. At least we're a bit further away from. I can't even remember specifically what his tweet was, but it was like a positive tweet. And I thought to myself, "Oh, bro!" So that basically is all it is. All it takes to appease Arsenal fans is the perception of decent football. As long as you have that, you've got a pass.
It's all well and good talking the talk in a press conference, and I do like his press conferences. I think they're a breath of fresh air compared to Emery. Yeah, and compared to Wenger, why do you look at me? Because it's your fucking press conference, mate. Yeah, I remember that. I'll never forget that moment, mate. Because it's your press conference. Right. Sorry, I swore, by the way. But I do like his press conferences. Yeah, but it's all well and good sitting there talking the talk, bruv. Now go and walk the walk. And guess what? We all know. Everybody sat in that chat right now knows Lacazette and Mesut Ozil will start against Newcastle. Yeah. Everyone knows that. How have we all sussed that out after 7 league games? Yeah, you shouldn't be able to second guess his lineup because if we're second guessing it, the opposition are second guessing it. So they're going to go, right, we'll sit on Ozil because he won't do nothing today. Just get in and around him because he's weak. Yeah, make sure you just barge Lacazette off the ball. He ain't going to score. He ain't scored an away goal for a year, bruv. Yeah, so make sure you just man mark him out the game.
And for all those people that talk about, Arteta's the new Pep or Arteta's the real brains behind Pep. Let me tell you something. Pep would have dropped Lacazette a long time ago.
Mesut Ozil wouldn't get in his squad.
A long time ago. Bruv, I remember ages ago when, and it was annoying me because he was in my fantasy football team, when Aguero was banging goals in. But my man was dropping him. He felt no way. He kept dropping him. I thought, Rotten, what has he got against Aguero that is performing so badly, according to him? And then I started watching what he was almost describing in interviews, and I thought, oh, okay, I can see he doesn't move about the way he wants
back. He's not good without the ball, he kept saying, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Now, for 3 years on, watch Aguero now. He is not the same player. My man still has goals, but now he works that entire forward line. He doesn't let them rest. Doesn't even let them rest. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that. Mind you, I'll give Lacazette something. He at least works the line, but he ain't scoring goals. What's he in the team for? I'd rather give the youngster, Eddie, a chance who at least has shown in the last couple of games he can score.
Or how about just put the league's top goal scorer last season up front? What a genius idea.
What a novel idea.
Then put your right winger that you paid £72 million as a football club for on the right wing. Who knew? Then put Martinelli, who's done most of his best work at this football club, on the left wing. Instead, now I know what, mate. I'm going to put him up front who couldn't score in the brothel. I'm going to drop the £72 million right winger, which is fair enough. I kind of get that. But now I'm going to put Martinelli on the right and stick Aubameyang on the left. It makes no sense. If Wenger or Emery done that, everyone would be on their case. Yeah, but because it's Mikel Arteta and he's got perfect hair, it's a wig, by the way, right? He's got a perfect wig. Yeah.
I said that on day one.
And everyone just gives him a pass. He ain't getting a pass with me. Yeah, I will call him out when he's done crap. And today he was crap. As a manager today, he was crap.
For me, I was very. This was the first time that I was genuinely very disappointed in everything Arteta did today. Even the subs, even the freaking subs. Spoiler alert: he ain't getting a good mark from me. So let's go into the player ratings. Thank you for over 100 people that are watching. Please do stick a like on this video. That is literally the only way people will know the show's going on. So you guys can help. If you're watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. This is what we do. If you're watching us for the very first time, just to let you know, me and Lee will rate the entire back line. Lee will do his man of the match, so that will include the back line for him. And yeah, that's pretty. And I'll do the rest of the team. So that's literally just how we do it. Just so you know, Lee will finish his player ratings on his channel, which I imagine will be what, 9? When are you going to do your player ratings?
No, I'll do it straight after this. Two things. Firstly, the Revenite with his donation said, "I feel for you guys. Your board is a disgrace. How do Ozil, Xhaka, and Zoolander steal a wage? Yet fans suck them off. You look like us under Roy Hodgson, Liverpool fan." Well, there you go, mate. Look at the difference, Liverpool now. You sacked him. You went and bought a couple of players. They made it. Then you got rid of them players for big money, and instead of keeping them, you went, nah, we're going to go and buy him in goal. We're going to go and buy him at centre back. We're going to get rid of our star man Coutinho, and we're going to invest that in 2 players that we need to make us better as a team. Yeah, Klopp did that, and I remember when Klopp took over, a lot of fans were going Klopp out in the first season. Yeah, none of them are saying that now. Right, but at the same time, they went and done what was required because they sold their best player for top dollar. Right, we ain't going to do that because our fans will have a meltdown if we dare to sell Lacazette. He scored one. The last time he scored an away goal was 1 year ago today. How many goals in that time do you reckon Aguero, Kane, and all these strikers? And talking of Aguero, very quickly, yeah, what you just said. I'm going to put this on the screen because I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right. Look at Aguero's touch map in the first half. Can you see that? Yeah? Look at his touch map in the first half against Tottenham.
Let me increase you.
Yeah? Yeah, look. That is Aguero's touch map.
Mad, isn't it?
Look, in the first half, he's covered pretty much every single area apart from the right wing. Look, everywhere. That's my man getting the ball everywhere. Centre circle, his own half, left side, penalty box. Where's our striker's touch map? Let's have a look at our striker's touch map today. You know what I'm saying? And that is the difference. That guy is the best striker in the league, yeah? And he's got the work rate, he's got the goals, and he just goes for it every week, yeah? He is absolutely class, right? Then when you compare that, and I know Lacaz's going through a bad spell, right? So that's where, as a manager, you have to manage
it, man. Yeah.
What do I know? I just talk into
this is the frustration I had with Wenger, because even when Ramsey, right? Forget what I actually thought about Ramsey. If you can see he's not playing well, why not, I don't know, take him out of the limelight? Same thing with Iwobi. If you can see the man is not playing well, why persist with him? And instead of protecting him, this is what I just don't understand about certain managers and their decisions that they make. And like DJ Crane says, I'm big up to the Revenant for that donation, by the way. That was very kind. Thank you very much, mate. DJ Crane has said my favorite comment on this so far, and that is Arteta is essentially being paid to learn a job. That's all we're doing. This is the experiment that I don't understand, and people will look at this and think, oh, I can't stand this. It's so negative. This is not what we need right now. And I'm not Arteta out, because quite honestly, I do think this is to give it. But this is exactly why I would not have given him the job in the first place. On hindsight, even though I still don't like him, Jose, Carlo Ancelotti, someone to come in for 2 years and stabilize the club would have been the best thing. Leave us in the Champions League, and then if you want to start experiment, go and experiment if that's what you want to do. But at least leave us in the Champions League first. And that is the issue. This is the misstep that Raul and friends have essentially left us in. This particular stupid situation. So anyway, I'm done ranting. But thank you everybody that is still watching and continue to listen us to continue to listen to us rant. Let me hold on, because I feel like this guy's going to be a dick nice and early. So, because I did notice him being a dick to me on my channel, on your channel, and all of a sudden he's come onto mine and he's still being a dick.
Oh, nice one for
right.
that. I can block him now. Then cheers.
So yeah. Oh gosh, City just missed an open goal. Right, so let's talk about Bernd Leno. Now, Bernd Leno, it turns out, was man of the match, according to Sky and according to my phone app. But what do you think? How do you think he played? And guys, rate the players as we go along, and I will put your marked up as well. So what do you think? Bernd Leno.
Sorry, I just blocked him for your channel, so I've unblocked him. I didn't mean to block from your channel. Leno, I thought actually done all right, to be fair, mate. His kicking didn't worry me at all today. He weren't putting us under pressure. There was one where I think it was Chris Wood ran round him in the first half, and I was like, right, what's he doing? Yeah, but I think that turned out to be offside in the end, I think. Yeah. But it was listen, he made a couple of good saves. He made one, there was a shot from about 30 yards out. He parried that away really well. Other than that, yeah, he didn't do anything out of the ordinary where I thought, wow, that was amazing. But at the same time, he didn't look like he was out of his depth. So I'm not going to go as high as a lot of people that are giving him a 7. I didn't see enough of him, shot-wise, save-wise, to give him a 7. So I'm going to go over 6 because I thought he was above average. He didn't have a great deal to do. But at the same time, I can't give him a 7, so I'll go 6.
Yeah, I'm also with you. I was trying to look to find out where these guys say 7 and an 8. I was like, yeah, I didn't see a 7 or 8 performance out there. I don't think it was far off a 7. I feel like I really try to avoid giving halves where possible. Yeah. Like I feel like if anything, you could maybe argue a 6.5, but even then I'm struggling. I think like the saves he made, I would have expected him to make. I don't think the goal was peppered or anything. And I don't think he made any worldies. So yeah, I would say a 6 out of 10 for me as well. But yeah, gosh, people are really pushing for him to be man of the match. Not for me. Not for me. Let's go with Hector Bellerin.
My mate Zoolander.
He returned back to form a little bit, didn't he?
I think he's done all right.
A good opening 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I thought he's done all right. I think over the 3 games he's played, the fact that he's done 270 minutes in 3 games and he looks unscathed after that, I think that's all right. I'm happy with that. And the way our fullbacks are dropping right now on the other side, we might need him at left back before much longer. He might actually play left back. In fact, Wenger played him at left back once upon a time. I think that was at Anfield, wasn't it?
I've got this horrible feeling that Ainsley Maitland-Niles will be used there.
I'd rather play him at right back and put Bellerin left back. I think Wenger played him before at left back, didn't he? So let me write these scores down, otherwise I'm going to forget. So let me just write this down quickly, mate. What did I give Leno? A 6, didn't I? I'm going to do a 6 for Bellerin as well. I'm going to go 6 for Bellerin. I don't think it was his best game for Arsenal, but at the same time, a lot of their attacks were coming down his side rather than down Saka's side. I think they were trying to go down Bellerin's side, but it didn't look like he was off the pace. He didn't look like he was out of position often. I think he's done all right, mate, if I'm being honest. It weren't a 7 performance, but it weren't a 5. He was above average again today. So I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he was all right today.
I will say this. I thought it was a weaker 6, but I would give him a 6 as well. I felt like the one thing that they get credit for is that they kept the clean sheet. I mean, where everyone else didn't do their job, they at least did theirs, you know? And I can't, for a team that has struggled defending all year, I'm not going to lambast Bellerin, even though I didn't think it was a particularly fluent performance from Hector. But then, like you say, that might have to do with the fact that, listen, fair play, he's just come from injury. We've asked him to play 3 games in a row, and he could have looked a lot worse today. So, yeah, I think you're right in that regard. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Let's go with Squadra Mustafi. I think me and you agree on this. I think it was me personally was man of the match. I thought he was great. I thought he was better than David Luiz. I saw some people that said David Luiz was better. I disagree. I thought he was better than David Luiz. And actually, came back pretty strongly considering his recent mistake. So fair play to him. I still don't want him to stay past this season, but it clearly looks like we're going to keep him until the summer. So let's just see how we go with Mustafi. From his point of view, he needs to put himself well within that shop window, so that come the summer he has options. That from his perspective, that's what he needs to do. And if we can get the benefit out of that, great. I'd give Mustafi an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good.
New hair, don't care. Big up Mustafi.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was man of the match. He dealt with everything comfortably, and up against Chris Wood, that ain't easy, mate. Yeah, that guy is a very physical, dominating guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's not the most technically good, but that's why I would have put Socrates in over him today, because he could have had the fight with him. But turned out didn't need to. And Mustafi, listen, people don't like to give Mustafi credit. I've given him credit pretty much every game this season, because barring the Chelsea game and the game where he scored the own goal, I think it was Vitoria, I think he's actually been really good. And I'm going to give him an 8. I do think he was better than Luiz. Not a million miles better than Luiz. I thought Luiz was decent as well. But yeah, 8 for Mustafi. Man of the match for me.
Benjamin, I've read your comment. Please don't spam my chat. That's what I'm going to say now. But thank you. I've read your comment. Okay. Saka. David Luiz. What am I talking about? David Luiz.
Go on, you go first, mate. Go on. It's your channel. I'll kick back, mate. I'll kick back. I'm watching City.
I'll be honest. I thought it was a bit quiet to me. I didn't see all that much from him. I don't think he was terrible by any means, but I haven't seen David Luiz over the last couple of weeks or so. So yeah, I'll give for me. I give. Look at Mighty Ragnarok. This title has to be a joke, right? Yes, of course it's a joke. Of course it's a joke. Although I haven't said that, I'd prefer us to be safe. So yeah, so maybe it's a half joke, shall we say? But yeah, I think for David Luiz,
sorry, why does he think that's like not a realistic thing to happen? Then can he answer that? We've still got to play Man City. We've still got to play Wolves, Leicester, Tottenham, and Liverpool back to back. Yeah. You think we're going to win all 4 of them? You think we're winning any of them 4? And then we've got to add Man City into that. That's now 5 games. What, you think we're winning them 5? Yeah. Trust me, mate. Leeds United fans, I remember when they got relegated. Nah, we're too big to go down. Yeah. We ain't too big to go down. And this is exactly why we're struggling, because of people that want to think that we're bigger and better than we actually are. How about say it as it is? We're in a relegation battle and we need to pick some wins out real soon.
Exactly. Our form is not much better than the people below us. In fact, I think Villa has better form.
Mate, Burnley have scored 4 goals less than us this season. Burnley have scored 4 goals less than us. Let that sink in. Apparently, we've got 2 world-class strikers. One can't score a goal, and the other one's on the left wing. 4 goals Burnley have scored less than us.
One is too busy scoring off the field, then on it. And the other is desperate to go to Barcelona. So that's the sorry state of affairs we're in. So, I think from my perspective, I'm going to give David Luiz a 6.
I'm going to go with a 7 for Luiz. I think he was slightly better.
You're more impressed than I was.
I think he was slightly better than Leno overall, but I don't think he was as good as Mustafi. He played that ball he played, right? That ball he played over the top to Aubameyang was worth an extra mark on its own. Yeah, what a pass. Yeah, exactly. Benjamin says the same thing. I might actually unblock you in a minute from my channel. But no, honestly, all jokes aside,
he's working his way back for me.
Do you know what I mean? All jokes aside, I'll give him a 7.
Okay. Gosh, it's like spam a message or so though. Like, mate, I've seen your first message. Don't worry. It's fine. I need to put it like 8 times in the chat. Okay. Let's talk about
Saka.
Saka. See, for me, Saka had a great 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
And then, much like the attack faded, and then obviously got injured. So for that reason, I feel like I'm going to give him a 6, but he was on his way to a 7. But I feel like he just never recovered from the knock, and then obviously came off towards the second half. He came off in the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10 for Saka.
Mate, you summed up exactly what I was going to say. I said if it had stayed on for the rest of the game, I feel like he would have been a 7. But he didn't stay on for the whole game, and he had that 20-minute spell. After that, he got a little bit more quiet, but he was still playing well. So I'll go 6.
Yeah, I thought his crosses were causing problems, and actually, when he stopped crossing, is when I thought our attack looked like dead food. We never looked close to scoring after that. So yeah, especially there was one from Lacazette that came from a Saka cross, and I was like, bruh. How do you not at least get that on target? How? So yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I suppose this is where you stop marking. Granit Xhaka, I actually thought did well in midfield, and then when he went to left back, seems to have got even better. I feel like Xhaka is missing a trick here, not playing as a defense, because it seems like whenever he's asked to play defense, he does pretty well. But fair play to him, because Lord knows that boy can't run. And to play left back, you've got to be able to run. So yeah, I thought he did a decent job, to be honest. And I know a friend of ours has been calling for Xhaka to play left back for some time, just so that Saka can play as a left winger. So fair play to him. But yeah, I think from our point of view, I've got to say Granit Xhaka, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he did all right today. I did.
To be fair, since Arteta's come in, he ain't really been under a 7, has he? Pretty much every game.
You're right. Wasn't it pains me to admit it? You're right. Oh, KDB's been sent off.
No way.
No, it's not KDB. It's that KDB lookalike. You know, their left back.
Oh, yeah.
That geezer.
I'm just watching Mahrez sell dreams, baby. That geezer.
Got a semi right now, don't you? I'll tell Steph. I'll tell her.
It's not the one, mate. But yeah, seriously. But yeah, I agree, mate. Xhaka played all right. He looks all right today. And yeah, he's been all right since Arteta got here. So yeah, it's pretty decent. He's played all right at left back today. He played all right at centre back against Chelsea. Maybe we should just make him a defender. He looks less of a liability in defence than he does in midfield at times. So yeah, maybe we should. I'm just seeing that red card as we speak. So maybe we should put him in defence. He does look a bit like KDB from the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he played all right, mate. I'm not going to mark him, obviously.
Cool. Okay. Guendouzi. Now, Guendouzi was getting a pelting from your chat room. An absolute pelting. I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe it's just me. I was really looking. There was one point where people were having this proper discussion in your chat room about Guendouzi. And I thought, am I missing something? So I just started watching to see what he did. I thought he did all right. My only thing with Arteta is once he asked Guendouzi to play number 10 and play that position perfectly. Why didn't he do that today? Why didn't he do that today? That's my only thing. I think sometimes with Guendouzi, he's the sort of player where I feel he's useful, but you've got to be making useful in pockets. And I think playing him as a number 10 would have bamboozled that Burnley team. And I thought he would have been really effective. But look, I can see people already. People are ranging from 2 to 5.
Come on, man. He was better than 2.
Rotted. Was he that bad for people?
He was sloppy. Very sloppy.
A couple of times.
Second half, he gave the ball away a lot. But he weren't a 2. He was higher than a 2. Come on, man.
I would have said a 5, personally. I didn't think he was that bad. Oh, what a goal! Oh, my gosh. As much as I hate the fact that Spurs have scored, that is a big boy goal. That is a big boy goal. Damn it. Yeah, so I'd say a 5 for me for Guendouzi. Mesut Ozil, look away.
Let's get the pie charts out. Make out he did all right today.
Mesut Ozil fans, look away. I'm sorry. I'm going to give him a 1. A 1. A 1 because I guess...
Oh, I've just seen that goal. What a finish.
There's a big boy finish, isn't it? I ain't going to lie.
Who was that? Is that a new signing?
Yeah, bruv.
Oh, look. He's had the same amount of shots on target as the Mesut Ozil this season.
And people who know... By the way, just as we pause our player ratings, people who feel like, Chig didn't know about this player, go and watch Chig Knows Best. Go and watch the left winger video and see if a certain mention for him doesn't come in that video. Chig knows football, bruv. Don't try it. Don't try me.
Mate, to be fair, that was a quality finish, mate. What a finish.
Look, even Omar goes, Steve, even a 1 is generous. Honestly, I was debating with a 0 for the simple reason that it would have helped if he wasn't playing. Do you know what I mean? Like, he would have done more good had he not turned up, had he just been playing, Fortnite. But I'll give him a 1. I thought he anonymous.
Does anyone still think Jose's washed up? Is that still a thing? Oh, but they've only got 10 men. Oh, is that Jose's fault then? I mean, seriously, mate, some of the fans in this fan base make me laugh. Chig, he was shit today. He's been shit for about 3.5 years. But because he run 11.75 kilometres against Man United, he's amazing. No, he's not. He is finished. He's been finished for 3.5 years. Simple as that. Simple as that. So they've taken Aguero off. Jeez. They need a goal, and they've taken Aguero off. Fucking hell. Maybe Pep is a fraud. Fraudiola.
Abdi, let me ask you a question, though. You say 0 is not realistic. What people are taking the piss because I gave him a 1. Why does he get a 3?
What did he do?
What is performance?
What did he do to get a 3? What did he do? What, because he jogged off the pitch? He
jogging off the pitch
on the right feet.
I gave him 1.
he jogged off the pitch and he put his boots on the right feet and done his laces up. Ah, bless him.
He jogged off the pitch. 1. Absolute 1.
Innit?
I have no idea what this means. So if you want to try that sentence again,
I think
I'll respond. Resign. For what? Exactly. All right. Gosh, that's why you do get your weird people on this. Right. Who should we go with next? Our captain, Aubameyang. Now, we did hear rumours this week that Barcelona came in, deadline day, £80 million offer, take it or leave it from Arsenal. Now, bear in mind, me and Lee have been saying this for the last year, that we should sell Aubameyang. I don't blame Arsenal for 1 minute for rejecting that bid on deadline day. Totally get it. On deadline day. Right? But he looked like someone that played like he wished he'd left or he wished he'd had the chance to go. Because his mind weren't on the game at all. And I'll be honest, in my view, I don't think the manager helped him by telling him to play on the right or on the left or wherever it was he was playing. But I also feel like, Uber, come on now. These positions are not completely foreign to you. And I wanted to see a little bit more from him, and I didn't see that. So as bad as Ozil was, to be honest, I thought Aubameyang was almost as bad. And I'll give him a 3 out of 10. I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, he should have buried that first one he had. Clean through, right foot, open your body up on Riesque and just pass it bottom bins, man. But he didn't do that. He did look off-key today. He didn't look like he wanted to be there, if I'm being honest. But I don't know, man. Like, what can you say? Listen, he probably don't want to play left wing. He probably wants to play up front, doesn't he? And he's probably sitting there thinking, as much as I love my boy Laka, how's he starting up front over me? Like, so listen, mate.
And that's the reason I give him a 3, because A, he still had those chances that he missed, and then B, I don't feel like the manager's helping him. Like, at least in Mesut Ozil's case, mate, you have two strikers. All right, one of them is going through a horrible time at the moment. We have two strikers that can score goals for fun. You're in your favorite position. Your mates with
the dumbest comment of the whole day goes to EA. Why should Aubameyang play better to satisfy us? Where's that comment gone? There it is. Why? What does that do for him? Mate, are you stupid? Actually, don't answer that.
Is he not getting paid?
He's on 200 grand a week. I expect him to run his fucking socks off.
Is he not getting paid? I don't understand that.
Do you know what, right? He'll probably cry the day Aubameyang leaves.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. See, this is the other side of the coin that I also hate. This, oh, well, could you blame him for not wanting to perform more?
He's a professional.
He's still being paid. He's still being paid. If you weren't being paid, then yes, I couldn't blame him. But you're still being paid good money. So I expect you to go out there and act like you're being paid. Honestly, it's just, like you said, it's the silliest comment on the space.
It's the sort of things that, like Arsene Wenger would say. Well, it's probably the era he was brought up in, mate. So he probably thinks that that's all the be all and end all. He probably thinks the stadium's paid off as well, and that's why we sold all our best players. Get out of here, man. Let's move on.
Oh my gosh, that is some silly.
Yeah, bro, we've got thousands of people like that infest this fan base, mate, which is why we're 10th. Yeah, because I demand better than that. Yeah, he don't.
He's supposed to be a pro. It's unbelievable.
Exactly.
But people think like that. People do think like that. Look, this is follow-up. Let's see if the genius has anything else. No trophies for Uber, even if he scores 30, so who cares?
Bro,
I almost feel to time you out for two.
Allow him, man. Let the chat room eat him up. I almost
feel to, but I'm not going to, because even dumb comments we welcome in the chat room. So let's.
You know what I mean? Man's about 14 years old. He's a boy. Yeah, probably knocks one out in his Ozil pajamas every night, looking at a picture of Arsene Wenger on his ceiling. Yeah, with his little mushroom penis. Yeah, sitting there going. Oh my gosh.
But people think like that. People think, oh,
I'm joking, by the way. But that's some dumb-ass comments.
But who could blame him? Oh, he wants to leave, so we should let him leave. Who wants to play for the
tools?
See, so for us, this is what I'm trying to say. People think we're negative, right? How can you look at that and think that that person's not worse? What are you talking about? I expect him to play hard, always, at all times. It's about to be 2-0, 2-0. Big boy finish from Son.
Jose's washed up, apparently. He's washed up, mate. Who knew?
He's definitely trolling. For sure he's trolling.
All right. Crack on.
Look at Jose. My man scored and he's still giving him a lecture. Like, bruv, make sure you stick to that left.
This is what I'm saying. When I said that I wanted Jose to be the manager of this football club, the meltdowns. How dare you want a proven winner at this football club? Jose is finished. He's washed up. Let me tell you something, right? When he got that job, they were 14th in the table and we were 5th or 6th. Yeah? How fucking times change, eh? Yeah, how times change. Because he got that job on the 18th or 19th of November. I think it was the 18th of November. Yeah, I've just seen that goal from Son. 18th of November, I think it was. It was my daughter's birthday. Yeah, he got that job. I'm sure it was, right? They were 14th. 14th. Yeah? They're above us and they're currently beating Man City 2-0, regardless whether they got 10 men. Man City slapped Villa 6 the other day with 10 men. Yeah? So let's have that one, right?
And here's the thing. I'll ask the cynical people. And I also was one of those cynical people about Jose. At the moment, could an 11-man Arsenal beat a 10-man City?
Nope.
I'm not sure, you know.
But we can't even beat Burnley.
I'm not sure, you know.
Right, that's a finish.
I think give credit where credit is due. All right, let's go with let's go back to the task at hand. Lacazette.
Lack of threat.
Lack of everything right now.
Shouldn't be here. Bench him. In fact, don't bench him. Put him in the under 23s to get some confidence back. Score some goals.
Honestly, I'm going to give him a 1 out of 10 as well. I am. Because it would have been helpful if he had not played, to be honest. And for me, with Lacazette, I still like him as a player, believe it or not. I still do. But I also have to just be honest and real of the situation. He's not performing well. And I think when he's not performing well, I mean, what can he do? He can't say, don't select me. Of course he's going to play. He's selected. This is why
I don't know. Granit Xhaka said, "Don't select me for Leicester away, bruv."
But realistically, it's not going to happen. So he can only do what he's going to do. But to me, there was one chance in particular from Saka. I'm like, bro, you got to be doing. You've at least got to get it on target. He didn't even get it on target. So yeah, I think for me, I'll give him a 1 out of 10. Brutal as that is, I have to just be honest. Him and Mesut Ozil are by far and away the worst players on that pitch. Closely followed by the captain. All right. Martinelli. I'm going to give him a 5. Thought he was plucky, trying hard. Given the fact he was working on the right for most of the first half, I thought he did okay. I would have liked to have seen him a little bit more involved and a little bit more, almost kind of try and tell Lacazette. I know Lacazette's an older, but I would have loved it if he said to Lacazette, bro, come to the right and let me go up front for a second. Like, just demand it a little bit. Almost the way he did with Chambers. You know when Chambers messed up the previous cross? And he went to his elders and was like, bro, I need that in quicker. And then so the next time Chambers hit that in quicker and Martinelli scored. I'd have loved it if he'd been, I mean, I can understand why he didn't, but I'd have loved it if he was just that demanding. Be arrogant. Strikers need to be arrogant. They need to be. So that's the only thing I'll say. But this will come. He's 18 years old. The kid has such a bright future. I'll give him a 5 out of 10 for me. Definitely not his best game, but I thought he did work hard. Ben, you were harsh, my man. You were harsh. You know, me and you agree on everything, but I think that is very harsh. Very harsh. Even you, Abdi, I thought that's quite harsh as well. Miss Tucker, I hope you're well. I hope you're well, my darling. Who's the subs?
Torreira.
Thought we looked a little bit more of a presence when he came on in midfield. I'm going to give him a 5. Willock on a mark. Who's the other one?
Eddie.
Eddie.
He was on for like 3 minutes, mate.
Yeah,
Willock, he was on like nearly half hour, man.
When did he come on? Oh yeah, he came on the 60th minute, didn't he, for Mesut Ozil? Yeah. I thought automatically we looked better in the midfield in that second half. I thought in the midfield. I thought the only problem is that our retention got lazier and lazier. And actually there were certain I take that back. With Willett, there was a couple of times where he held the ball on too long. I thought, bruh, pass it.
He does that a lot. He does that a lot, man.
Like, that's to me is his weakest part of the game. I said it in my preview. I feel like he's a great runner. And he's got bags of energy. But for a central midfielder, you've got to be a good passer. And I don't see that. There's no awareness from him just yet. And I do like him as a player, but that does worry me about him. So I'll give him a 4 out of 10.
Mikel Arteta.
It's my Nigerian brother, Mr. Gomez. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give you a 0.
Boy, gee.
I thought the selection was horrible. I thought the reaction to said selection was even worse. I thought a halftime sub at least should have been made. What's the point bringing Eddie on with 3 minutes to spare? I thought it was horrible. And people would say, oh, what, a 0? We didn't lose the game. A 0. If you can't be beating Burnley, you really are in a relegation scrap.
And by the way, this is the Burnley team that we beat every time we play him.
And like you say, let's just be real here. And now is Emery out. All right? And I'm still Emery out.
Emery won at Turf Moor. Emery had
a better record in the first 8 games. Straight up.
And he lost his first 2.
The only reason that he's getting a pass, Arteta's getting a pass, is because we apparently and I say apparently, play better football. That is it.
We don't.
Fans need to wake up from stuff like that. You need to wake up.
Sam says the players are shit. Yeah, the players are shit, Sam. Yeah, but they're better than being 10th. Emery had been 10th with the same team. Emery got this squad, by the way. Got this squad apart from Pepe and Ceballos and David Luiz. The same squad got to the Europa League final and should have finished 4th. We're 10th. I know Emery had a big part in that, but the last 7 games we've won 1 in the league. We're better than that. So yeah,
Kerry, be careful.
Pick better players.
Kerry, be careful. When you're a girl in this chat room, they like coming after you. They like flirting. So be careful. Be careful. Because see already, people are like, hey, Kerry, how are you? Hey. Hey. All right. So yeah, for me, that's that. I'm hoping Arsenal do. And listen, I know I'm going to get loads of dislikes because A, I'm on with Lee. So as soon as people say I'm on with Lee, they go dislike.
Okay.
Then when I start talking nonsense, then when I start talking something about Ozil, I get a couple more dislikes. And then when
this is the thing. It's actually the trouble, mate.
Oh, I know how it works already. But listen, for me, all I will do is speak for myself. You guys know, if you know Chig, you know the fact that I'm always level-headed about stuff. But if things annoy me, then I will say it. And this Arteta decision still annoys me now because I don't understand the logic. But if something's illogical to me, I will find a hard way of dealing with it because it's like there's no logic to this. It's like DJ Crane says, and it's still my favorite comment in the chat so far. We are paying this man for an on-the-job learning role, effectively, and it just doesn't make. It's irresponsible. It's totally irresponsible.
He's doing an apprenticeship.
Yeah. He's getting
an apprenticeship.
It's the best paid apprenticeship I've ever heard of.
Let me read this comment out to you, Jig, yeah? Let me read this comment out. Somebody put a good comment in, right? On my video earlier, on the watch along. LUHG, yeah, an hour ago, put this. Why appoint Arteta? So dumb considering what we have done with Ollie. He's a Man United fan, yeah? And what Chelsea are doing with Lampard. All 3 managers are way out of their depth. Getting Arsenal, United and Chelsea job, etc. should be earned, not just given to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, comment in it. That's a Man United fan.
It is, and it is. And let's be real. The only reason that Chelsea are not quite at the crap that is United and Arsenal is because they have a better squad.
Exactly.
But other than that, they will soon find out. They will soon find out that Lampard is also out of his depth.
Yeah.
They will soon find that out.
Well, they have, bro. They lost back-to-back games against Bournemouth and Southampton at home. Yeah? The man who's managing Tottenham Hotspur right now went how many years without losing a home game across all countries? Yeah? Lampard lost 2 in a row. Yeah? They've lost to West Ham away. Like, come on, man. Seriously. You can't beat West Ham away. They're only up the top of the table based on the fact they had a good start. They had that manager bounce, didn't they? Yeah? Which we seem to get. We're the only club who don't get a manager bounce. But there we go. Yeah,
it just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist for us. It honestly doesn't exist. And for me, I'm not Arteta out because, like I say, for me, we're realistic enough to understand that whilst I didn't want him, I have to understand that we need to somewhat wait and see if the whole thing works. At least there are signs that maybe there's some sort of reaction. But then when you really take a step back and stock of the situation, this terrible Unai Emery, where certain Twitter accounts from early were writing Emery off, are now saying, oh, don't worry, it's not too bad. At least it's not a loss. On to the next one. On to the next one.
Yeah, but this is the funny thing, Chig, right? Like I said earlier, yeah, these same people, I'm not going to name them all because I ain't going to air them out, yeah? I'll air them out when it all goes wonky and they start changing their tune because I'll retweet them all, right? But them same people, this is what makes me laugh, right? They sit there with their fake positive attitude because they don't want to get slagged off online. They want to go with the masses of fake positivity, yeah? And it is fake positivity because a lot of these people offline say something completely different, yeah? Fact, right? I know this is fact, right? Now, what makes me laugh is they all sit there and say, yeah, but now they need backing. Arteta needs backing. Do you think Arteta's got the pulling power to go and get a big player? Genuinely, I'm not taking the piss. I'm asking a genuine question. If Mikel Arteta went in for, I don't know, let's say Kai Havertz. Yeah,
let's say Koulibaly, bruv.
Okay, let's say Koulibaly. Yeah, Koulibaly. If Arteta went in for Koulibaly and Jose Mourinho went in for Koulibaly, where are you going? Regardless of the two football clubs, regardless of whether you support Arsenal like I do, where are you going? You are going to Jose. Fact.
Agreed.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, and I'm sorry, we're going to find out the hard way in the summer when that happens again. Yeah. When that happens in the summer, people go, oh, well, the ball didn't back him. And this is what I'm saying. He was the perfect get out of jail card for this ball. Yeah, because it doesn't matter what Arteta does. Arteta could bang half of these fucking geezers' birds, yeah, and then stand there cupping his balls. Yeah, and then tuck him in with a nice little cup of fucking cocoa at night and go, there you go, Mikel. You got perfect hair, so we'll let you off. Fucking divs. Yeah. Absolute divs. Yeah, divs, mate. Yeah, and the thing is, they will all swerve around because all the time he keeps doing the wrong things player personnel-wise, we ain't going any higher. Yeah, we're only going to go on a slump. And when we lose Aubameyang, which we will, when we lose other players in the squad, which we will, that are decent players, if people don't think someone's coming in for Martinelli in the summer, think again.
Exactly.
Yeah, think again.
And I've said it, but we've called it nice and early. It's going to happen.
And the best thing is,
unless something sharp changes,
click that when it goes the way I said it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because it will. But there we go.
Anyway, we've done our rabbiting. It is what it is, people. We hope for the best, but honestly, my advice is plan for the worst. In your heads, prepare for when all of this happens, because I'm already seeing it. People are giving certain people passes because they play apparently better football. Apparently. It's still 1 in 7. Still 1 in 7. Emery had a better record than that when he first started. Let's be real.
His first 2 games. In fact, Unai Emery only lost 2 out of 24. And they were the first 2. Although, to be fair to Emery, he did have a pre-season.
He did have a pre-season, yes, it's true.
And he did.
I know that's going to be the bar.
Yeah,
and like I say, I'll reiterate the point. I am not Arteta out. But the frustration with this decision means that we have no choice but to just hope for the best and ride with him.
But this is the thing. Right? You said we have no choice but to hope for the best. People are not hoping for the best. People are just going, oh, well, it's Arteta, so it doesn't matter what Arteta does. It's amazing. Yay! No, say it as it is. The reason this board get away with murder is because of people going with the flow. We had a manager, Chick, that should have been potted 6 years ago. Yeah? But because it's, but you can't taint his legacy. Really? Now look at us. We've let it go and go and go and go. Then we get next man and he can't speak any English. Cool. Get an interpreter instead of trying. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, Pochettino at Southampton had an interpreter, you know.
It's true. There's this thing. And you're absolutely right. People think, oh, well, you need to be able to speak English. No, Emery was just a bad communicator. Don't get it twisted. You not speaking English doesn't mean that you can't get your message out to the players. Look at Leeds. Look at the Leeds manager. He gets his message out fine to the players.
Exactly. And this is the thing. This is the thing, right? We let it go 6 years too long with him. Then we got our Emery in. We let it go maybe 2 months too long with him. By which time, all of these times, we've missed out on Pep. We've missed out on Klopp. We've missed out on Ancelotti twice. Yeah, we've missed out on Jose because we didn't sack Emery quick enough. And people go, oh, I don't want Jose. They only don't want Jose because Wenger pushed him and he disrespected Arsenal. Who cares? I want Arsenal to win. He's one of the best managers in the world, even now. Even now. But people won't accept it because it doesn't go with the masses and they'll get abuse. Guess what? Bring the fucking abuse. Yeah, because I'll just sit and laugh at you. Yeah, because I know what I'm saying is true. I know I am. I know what I'm saying is true. Yeah, we held on too long to Wenger. We held on too long to Emery, and we went with a cheap and cheerful option to take the heat off the board. So then say, Granit, please don't go. Please stay at Arsenal, Granit Xhaka, please. Oh, Mustafi's got a future at Arsenal. Are you mad? And our fans are sucking it up like fucking lapdogs.
Honestly,
Bruv,
honestly, it's
mad.
mad. But I don't know. It is what it is. Guys, we are out of here. I know I'm conscious that Lee's got his own show to do, so do stick around for that. Please go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Lee Gunner, I see you are making strides to get to 34K. Is it 34K you're on already?
I am on currently 33,463.
Well, you go. So almost 33 and a half.
Over 1 million
Help
again in January. So back-to-back millies. So that's good. It's going in the right direction. And yeah, just set 15,200 on the watch-along for the dead game. So big up the real ones. And yeah, I set up the membership scheme the other day. Got the merchandise coming out next week. So it's all moving. People can't keep up, mate. Trust me. Yeah, as soon as they do one step, I'll take another 4. So it's all good, man. This year's my year. I told you this, mate. I couldn't care less what people think of me. It's all about me. Yeah, so I'm doing what makes me happy.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Always do what makes you happy. I'm also got a couple of things in the pipeline. An announcement is coming. Changes are coming as soon as next week to the show. Just stuff that's designed to revamp the show, give it a fresh feel and look. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy what's coming to you. Got a few different ideas for stuff. Ooh. Late Night with Jig is coming back. So obviously when we don't do transfer stuff, we do Late Night with Jig. So make sure you catch that. That'll be the one live show I do. I'm going to do a lead. I'm going to do it every night. Raggle. Every night. We go hard. So make sure you subscribe and keep up with that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So
can I just say, no, go on, mate. Go on. Sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
That's all right. All right, guys, in the description, all our socials are in there, particularly Insta. I'm not really too fussed about Twitter, but Insta, make sure you do follow for that. I love using that platform now. So make sure you use that and get my numbers up through that. And I know I keep banging on the likes. Please drive those likes through the roof. Get me way through 100. That will be fantastic. Go on, Lee. What are you going to say?
This is the kind of fuckery that Jose brings to your football team. They're 2-0 up, 3 minutes to go. Lloris tips one over the bar for a corner and then goes down with cramp. He's the fucking goalkeeper. I mean, that is the kind of fucking bastard we needed at this club. I'm so pissed off we didn't get him, man. Seriously. Anyway, I'm going to go and smoke this cigarette. I'm going to set up my player ratings, and then we're going to do that. Yeah, so that should be fun.
Yeah, go and bombard Lee's chat room and say I sent you there. So, go and bombard the chat room right now. Anyway, we out of here. Enjoy your Sunday evening, and Lee.
Ozil out.
Yes, double time. And at this rate, Lacazette out. Rago. I'm with you, Zach. I'm with you, brother. Lacazette out. We out of here. Take care. Peace.